Okay, we're gonna make a Halloween castle today. This is just one way that it could turn out. All of these castles can look different. So this one is kind of a tall, spooky castle, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 towers, and you can see that they overlap. So I can show you how to do that really quickly. They have windows, different shaped windows. This one is made out of stone because you can see that there's all these blobby shapes, so it's like stacked stone. And these ones are made out of brick, and I can show you how to do that. The top of my castles have these castle lines, and then you can see that I actually cut it out and glued it to a black piece of paper, and I added some other things to it. So there's more than one way to draw a castle. If you want to draw a tall, spooky castle, it's really as simple as drawing a rectangle, starting at this next rectangle and drawing another rectangle, maybe drawing a skinny one, just like that. So that's just how I made this one pretty much. Just 4 rectangles, they're kind of overlapping each other. And then that's where you would draw your castle lines on top. You would draw your drawbridge, your windows. You can do different shaped windows if you want to. And then how you do brick is you go and make horizontal lines all the way down. And then when each row, you do some vertical lines. But this is the trick. When you switch to the next row, you make your vertical lines go in between the ones above it. So they go in between these two. And then you do the same thing on the next row. And that makes it look like there's some stacked bricks. So you're not making a checker pattern. You're making more like this, okay? And then to make it look like, so there's my bricks here. And then to make it look like stacked stone, it's really as simple as just drawing a bunch of blobbies next to each other, so that it starts to look like stacked stone. And then you're gonna trace everything with black crayon, and then you can use the side of a crayon to kind of give it a gray look to it, so it almost looks like brick. So you can see with this one, I did the same thing. So I took the side of my crayon and just colored it to kind of give it that rough texture of a castle. Okay, so that's one way. You can draw a tall, spooky castle, or you can draw sort of like a normal, standard castle that we would see. And but again, all castles are different. This is kind of the typical one that we'll see, and that would be a tall rectangle on one side of the paper, a tall rectangle on the other side of the paper, and then a line in between them. And this would be where you draw your castle lines on top of your tower. Or you could draw a tower and draw a triangle on top too. And then your drawbridge. So it just depends on what kind of look you're going for. Once you're done, you're gonna cut it out of this gray paper, and you'll glue it to a black sheet of paper, just like this. And you can see it's just a dot, not a lot. There you can see kind of the glue on the other side, the wetness of the glue. Just a dot, not a lot to glue it down. You can add some pumpkins. Pumpkins are super easy. They don't have to be perfect circles. They're just blobs. There's really weird shaped pumpkins, so it's okay if you cut out a weird looking shape, because that could be an awesome pumpkin, all right? You can turn it into a jack-o'-lantern by drawing a face, or not. Add green stems, add a moon, make creepy things looking out of your windows. It's a lot of fun.